Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you, Ryan, for having me. Thank you, Kyle, also for this great relationship that is taking form. Just so everyone knows, I'm Chad with Reach Estate, team lead of the Reach Estate team. We are a business service partnership in the EXP model, EXP Realty model. So you're a boxer. So I saw that, and I remember my Taekwondo days, and it takes a lot of stamina to stay in that ring and to get those punches and absorb them and to see past the object that you need to break, to be able to break through it. You have to go to your goal that's beyond what is in front of you, and then you break through it. That's how it's invigorating. When you're breaking your first piece of wood, you're like, wow, oh my gosh, I actually can do that. So when I saw that you were a boxer and a little bit of the background looking at you that I've done, I found that to be fun. And it also, is telling to me about, the perseverance that it takes. I remember in those rings, I would be forced to stay in the rings. And I would, even if I had to go and throw up, they made me take 20 minutes to go do that and come back and still finish the timing that I had to be in the ring. And it was just, that was what you did. And so, you do have that stamina, and it's a life practice. I've also noticed, why don't you talk a little bit about your boxing, share a little bit about yourself, because it's fun to know the person that you want to do business with is a person beyond the business they're doing for you. So,
yeah, for sure.
What's your boxing thing? Just a little bit.
It's for fun. More Muay Thai.
Oh my
Muay Thai
gosh.
boxing, but
okay.
yeah. But no, I wrestled since age 5. Wrestled all the way through high school. So 13 years, and that really teaches you full discipline, because in wrestling where I'm from, it's just as big as basketball. It's huge up in where I'm from, Michigan. But that's at Monday you weigh 165 pounds, and then you have to get down to 140 by Friday, and then you got to wrestle at that weight.
Wow. By
cutting that weight, and you have to maintain a certain GPA and all this stuff. So it teaches you a ton of discipline. But after I got out of that, I started getting in. I was great on the ground. I got into jiu-jitsu, all that, and then I started really getting a passion for Muay Thai boxing, which is a lot what the UFC guys do.
Well, you're a disciplined person, so that that's kind of what I wanted to point to. And then you're also a person of faith. So I always say I feel like I say that because when we sit in your boardroom, I see the faith comments that are either on plaques or in frames, and 100%. I live a life that I say, I feel like I'm always in prayer, and every so often you say amen and you start another prayer, because you're always in a conversation with something bigger than yourself. And when you can have this humility that just says, listen, I've got opportunity knocking. So when those phone calls from you, Kyle, are being conducted, that may just be the answer to your prayer. You're looking for guidance as an agent. And so with me, because the way that I take my position in our business is, because I don't go in the field. I mean, of course I will if someone specifically wants me or something, but I want the team to be out in the field, and I want to be a watcher of what all their needs are and how that's all coming alive, and how they communicate with Sherry Roberts, and how that comes back to me on our daily dialogues that we have, and be able to then provide inspiration, allies, resources, and just make your business come alive in an organized way, because we're creating sustainable businesses in our agents. So that's where I find your value coming forth, because to me, I always just say, okay, God, I don't know what you're doing with me, but I'll say yes, and I'll keep on accepting the opportunity that's entering my door. I want to encourage our agents to go to that website and schedule those calls and have those deep dive conversations, and take them gratefully. Don't just look to analyze you. You're already the number one lender. There's, your accolades are already there. Your team, your office is amazing. It's got proficiency everywhere. So to me, it's already a given that you're capable. I want to know that you are going to pursue relationships that are warm, that are conversational, that are sincere, because those are the only parties I will ever bring into my business and refer out to anyone that looks to us for guidance. Because if you're trusting me, if my agents, not even my agents, they're the agents of many other teams as well, because we service partnership. But if these individuals are looking to trust me to say, okay, we came to your team because you seem to say you can guide us in some way, well, then these partnerships that I offer to them, they're not at a retained cost. I don't charge my agents a monthly fee or anything along that line. It's only post transaction, and there might be a little something, and it's all depending on the contribution equals compensation. But to bring a set of allies and to know that through my example of having enough humility to seek these relationships, to say yes when you called me and say, I heard about your office, we'd like to maybe see what we can do together. I could have either been like, I'm already who I want to be, so thank you for your call and goodbye. Or I could say, all right, well, talk to me, tell me what you got. And now we're here. So I want that to be, that's my vision, is that these phone calls turn into something. So as we provide you the information to all our team members, and increased team members come to us and we really analyze them, and then you have good discussions with them, that's where businesses will come alive. That's what my vision is with your team. So
It's all about relationship.
it's all about relationship, but also, my motivation comes from my passion that came through being mentored many times and being humble enough to listen. Like you said, you have to be coachable. So your passion also has a story behind it. What kind of, and I've seen some displays in the news as well about stories of kind of where your heart comes from, why you are doing the industry of mortgage, and tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. Yeah. Just to your other point real quick, everything is about relationship. And I feel that the agents that we work with, when we're in, I always say, when we're in the groove with them, meaning we're in relationship with them,
Right.
it's like they have like a true partner. So it's all about teamwork of getting these deals closed, getting them done, providing an amazing experience. And it's just that type of relationship. So I agree with you. It's all about relationship.